Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Let's go around the world from Aries to Pisces. What is holding you back? Okay, Aries. Aries. So, what's holding you back are this negative negative thoughts about what? About not having enough money, or having the money but not wanting to spend it, right? Maybe some of you had money and now you've had a sense of what it feels like to have it, and maybe you don't want to spend it. Have you received a nice chunk of money and you're like, I don't agree with that adage of make money to spend money for some of you. For others, it's just like that wanting so badly to attain this that all other things fall by the wayside, right? Conversations are like your sense of what's important may be a little skewed, right? What part, Aries, of your life is based only upon how much money you have, how you make it, how you earn it? Do you love it? And are you willing to share, or are you not, right? There's cutting words here. There could have been an argument about finances, and it's like, you know what? I don't know how to get out of this mindset where it's like I have an X amount of dollars, right? So it's like you have X amount of dollars and you're not sure if you're going to really receive any more. So you don't want to just use it to lose it. But is your money making you happy or sad, or are you not wanting to share it because you may not get it again? Or it's your mindset. It's all about what you're thinking here, and you're like you're very, very adamant here about, hey, listen, I've made X amount of dollars and I don't want to have that end, but I also don't want to spend it on foolishness or spend it maybe in general. So it is a hold up. It is a hold back, because what you know, and it's true, is health is wealth. Are you healthy? Sorry. This is a mental health issue here, about how you perceive money, wealth, job, career. They're all facets of different, in different ways. Okay, I'm going to take one card on the Death card for Aries for this reading. Judging. Are you judging others because they have money? Because they have invested their time? It's not just money. It's not only money. It's money and time. I've invested a lot of time and money, and maybe people are being judgmental. Is that you? Or does this strip away everything that you've ever believed as you were growing up about, like, you have to think about how you grew up with the people around you, your family ties, your friends, etc., all about the dollar, about how hard you work and what you do for a living. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. So it is about your family dynamic when it comes to, well, you know, what are you saying? You can live on the, live on very little, the simple life, right? But is the simple life for you the same perception of that simple life for another or others? And can you accept others for what they deem to be their belief systems? And that's where perhaps that's where the differences come in to play. Okay, that was a lot, but it had to be said. Because sometimes people just tend to assume that, one's perception of a $5 bill is the same as another, and it's not. Not unless, right? Not unless your background has been the same as others, right? Okay, Taurus. Taurus, these flipped out, and let's get another. Taurus. For you, Taurus, and this is happening in your sector of, right, your money sector as well. It's like patience. You're exhausted. Certain things maybe you have really been working hard and you need a break. It's like, take your time to recover. You're really physically drained, right? And that's why she's reversed. So you have to understand, health is wealth, guys. You have to look at how hard you work and how much of that time and energy that you put into, let's just say financial independence, how much does that matter? Spirit says you need a vacation, you need a break, because honestly, it does end up affecting our health. So Taurus, if your health is being jeopardized because all you're thinking about is the value of what you need to make at a certain period of time, or you have a deadline, you're launching something and it's exhausting, whatever this is, really take your time to understand that we need to balance health and wealth. I'll take a card here for the 9 of Pentacles reversed, because Taurus, when that happens, it's like, oh my gosh, right? So this is, you're on a sandy beach. Put your feet in the sand. Go relax. Go take a little vacation so that you can re-energize your body. Your body needs it. Look at this. This is your energy. You're being cloaked in the energy of your base chakra right here. Okay? So Spirit's saying, now is the time within the next 3 months. And yes, it is summer and it is summer break. I would highly recommend it, that you listen to your inner workings, knowing full well that if you take a break, you're going to come back like 100%. Plus, you can't work at a 9 of Wands upright. 9 of Wands is complete exhaustion. Okay, Gemini. Gemini. Wow. Right? It's like, that's the first thing I think of with this, especially with the Tower and the, so now where do we go? Now what do we do? It's like, oh my God, something just like happened quickly, and you're like, okay, so it's all happening really quick, but show me the way, because as you can see, the 5 of Pentacles is reversed, right? So with the Five of Pentacles, chocolate wants to always get in. There we go. All right, now, can you see everyone? I'm joking. All right. Use your intuition, use your skill set, use your inner gifts that you have been granted. We all have been granted beautiful gifts. The presence of life is about the treasures within. It is reversed. So you're feeling confident. So this is a good thing. Maybe you're having just a tinge of uncertainty as to how this is going to pan out. But I feel, right, that if you just use your intuition as to using your gifts, something, okay, so for some of you are going to have something, an opportunity, you know, something's going to fall right into your hands, right? Like a new opportunity, a new job, more money, something will happen and you're like, oh my God, or something that you didn't even realize has been, you know, really gaining, you know, exponentially gaining money. And you're like, oh, I forgot about that investment, or I forgot about that savings account that I have, or I forgot about this or that. You know, we don't always need to remember those things so we can save, right? But I feel a lot of you are, you know, taking that leap of faith. Take that leap of faith. Don't worry about how it's going to pan out. You really have to take the leap of faith. And when you do, Spirit's going to say, oh, so you do have faith. So you are going for it, going for whatever it is. All right, let's get one card. I know I say that I have to. There we go. It is about being courageous to take that leap of faith to get what you want. So don't hesitate, right? Just don't hesitate. Just go for it. You know, fear fears itself, guys, right? If you've been watching me long enough, you know. Chocolate's like all over the place over here. He's the attention whore. What can I say? All right. Cancers. And it is the cutest thing. Cancers. Look at, okay, so this is massive, right? Massive. These readings are all about our finances, our not only finances, but our energy of making money, spending, how we spend it, how we make it, how we earn it, right? Some make it in different ways than earning it, right? So whatever. So here we have pennies from heaven. We have a waiting period where you already, Cancers, have put in a lot of work. You have planted some really good seeds, and this is a 7, and there's pennies from heaven. So just be patient. Spirit's giving you signs. Some of you are finding pennies on the ground. That's your sign. Chill. Let this unfold in the time that it needs to unfold. July is number 7. So 7 in the alphabet is G. That's God. So let's really take a minute, you know, do your thing and stop. Don't think about it. Don't talk about it, because there's no swords. Don't think, don't talk about it. Just let it be. Literally, let it be. It's coming. It's coming. Some of you, it could be getting approved for land. Maybe some of you are getting into a piece of land for a business, such as, right, the cows, you know, horses, chickens, I don't know. Maybe that's what you're Eating raw, I heard eating raw foods. It's like you're changing your dynamic and you're purifying your soul so that you can, maybe you're learning about all of that as well, right? What's the best course of action? What to be planting in order to eat raw, which is where we're headed. Okay? All right, let me get one card. Look at that. It's all about a house, a home. It's about living together. It's about moving in together. And it is definitely about investing time and energy into and putting money into, maybe, again, maybe you're growing the house. You're adding an addition to the home. You're waiting for maybe some finances to come in order to either purchase and or add an addition to the home and or land. Maybe you're putting in a pool. Who knows? I don't feel that 100%, but I do feel that land is very important for you right now. And landing a home and being patient for the right time, place, in order to receive. You are going to be receiving, and it's going to make you really happy. This is really, truly a beautiful place. Some of you are definitely, this is for Cancer moon signs and or sun, right? But it feels like it also could be clearly with these moons here, right? Just get yourself off of this, the chains that bind you. You know what I mean? Like the continuous waiting, go do something that makes you happy so you're not constantly worried about it. Also for Cancers, beautiful lilies or pink, cherry blossoms, something that you're flowering. You have the green thumb. If that applies to you, you really can make something look extremely beautiful, very aesthetic. Your home, whatever you're doing, is very aesthetically pleasant to the eye. Okay, Leo. Leos. So Leos, you are empowered to not continue, which it's funny, there's no pentacles here. So Leos, you're very inclined to be empowered, knowing full well that you don't want like any backwash, I hear. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here that you could be dealing with, could be your significant person, what have you. You don't want any more blow-ups. So instead of that, you're taking yourself out of that. You're moving forward from that and becoming empowered to really honestly speak your truth and stick up for yourself. I feel like you're sticking up for yourself. You're using all of the tools that you've been given to not be guarded and now be open to how you truly feel. It could be something that, maybe in the past you didn't want to tell someone exactly how you felt, or there were fights. It's been like a continuous battle with this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo, and you're like, wait a second. I'm the boss. I need to level up and speak more heartfelt truth to a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And that could be vice versa. Someone's been guarded. You haven't been seeing eye to eye, maybe with others. Emotional turmoil because of stuff that's happened, right? Things that have happened, things that have taken place that, maybe just became very, I'm hearing rigid. Someone became or has become very rigid to stuff that's happened in the past, right? A father figure on the other side, for sure, is trying to help. Emotional connection. There's a discontent. I feel this discontent. It's like someone's trying to help you emotionally with certain like little blow-ups here and there that have happened, right? It's like little putting out those fires, right? It's damage control. All right, let's get a card for Leos here on this situation. Okay, they gave me 2 cards. You see? You are in charge. You have also Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. It could be your sun, moon, and or rising sign. Sorry, sun sign is your Leo, but your moon and or rising could be either water or earth. But you need more water. Some of you need to purify more. Go out into Mother Earth. Definitely an issue of who you hang with, right? Are you hanging with top? I feel some of you Leos are hanging with really very confident CEOs, you know, partners in companies. Your people here are very, very empowered, right? It's like in a company where you're empowering as well as they are. So you've met the people that you, maybe it's who you work with, it's your boss, but you're very empowered. And maybe you've also, Leo, been given the power to do damage control, right, as the COO or what have you, finances COO, right, Chief Financial Officer, CFO. So you're definitely in charge of others and making the boss and the company happy and prosperous, of course. But when it comes to emotionally, it's got you, I feel that you have reservations about some of the decisions that perhaps a boss has been being given to you, and maybe you're not seeing eye to eye, right, with how they want you to handle the situation in the workplace. Or if it's personal, you're the boss of your own show, of your children. It's a family situation where it's like, whatever little, you know, fires I have to put out, I will. But some of you are not feeling totally good about some of the things that people may be doing and or getting themselves involved in. So you want to move through this and past it. So the way to do that is to be empowered and know your place, which you do. Maybe in the past, these things were just too much to bear, right? You could be dealing with 3 women, right? It could be also, yes, it could be, they're saying, it could be, you know, you have 3 kids and they're all wanting, right? They all want something from you. And a lot of it's about money, but you're in charge of it. So you're divvying it up in a certain way, trying to make everyone happy, but you know that doesn't always happen, right? So major need to empower and sit in your place of empowerment in terms of others wanting from you and or putting out fires, right? You're the one who does it, if it's work or if it's home or whatever. Sorry, I'm messing with my hair here. Some of you are like trying to think of strategies, right? Strategies. Some stuff's bugging you, right? Okay. Virgo. Virgo. It's like only one sign came out with no financial, let's say, more of the you know, financial issues, which I feel sometimes really that is an indication of, you know, someone, all the signs getting pentacles is all about your time and money and how you see it and how you use it, etc. Same with Virgos, look, right? So only one sign came out with no pentacles. So that sign that we just had a short, maybe Cancer, right? If not, it was one of the earlier signs that you're not focusing so much on the issues of financial burdens, so to speak. Okay, so let's continue with Virgo, setting the tone here, working your butt off, right? And now finally, oh my gosh, you're like, I've worked so hard and I've been waiting for so long, and now suddenly you're, you know, what you thought was maybe some job that was no longer making money for you is now going to start making money for you. I know that working harder is not the answer. It's working smarter. So maybe some of you need to, what's holding you back is that you need to stop working so hard and start letting go of, you know, how much you need for whatever it is, you know, like Spirit saying here, you know, maybe there's an ending of a job. Maybe there's a job that you thought was going to be really good and it was going to last a long time, and it's not. It was just a temporary, maybe secondary income. It's just temporary, okay? For others, it's working on the dark night of the soul, for sure. We're working on the dark night of the soul. You're working on yourself. You're going through and really evaluating and reevaluating, as well as going back into the history books, right? Into the history books of time, whereby, you know, you're looking at your past and saying, okay, well, where did certain things become stalled? Where were things in terms of how I spent my time, how the jobs that I looked like? You're really doing a recap of the jobs that you've had, the people you've worked with, and the endings of how those things happened, only to find yourself, right, getting more light into the situation. This is, right, you're being enlightened by certain things of your past. Like, okay, so I'm going to say it. Some of you did not go to college, and you have, big deal, right? But maybe you're working really hard and you regret not going to school, right? Some of you did go to college and you're like, shit, I'm working my butt off and I'm not doing what I feel what I was intended to do. Maybe you're not, some of you, you know, it's like you're burning the midnight oil and trying to get ahead of the game, and it's just not working, right? Don't forget, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Health is wealth. Look at your health. Look at certain things that are not working for you, meaning, is something draining you? Are you eating enough greens? Are you drinking enough water? Are you purifying here as you burn the midnight oil? Let's get a card for Virgo. Look at that. Leo had this. So Leo's and vice versa. Leo, Virgo, Virgo, Leo. It is all about your home. This is not, it's not like Leo in terms of the read, because here you've been really working and burning the midnight oil at a job in your house, at whatever it is that you do, right? Maybe your work is external from, and then you come home and you're exhausted. Health is wealth. It's really important to keep yourself healthy. Also, maybe someone else that is near and dear to you is starting a job at home. Maybe it's time to do that, right? Maybe your spouse is saying, you know, if money is the issue, I'll start working, right? What is it that, you know, has ended in order for a compromise, an agreement, if you will, about, right? All about time, money, how we spend it. I've said it to others, how we earn it, okay? If you did buy a home, right, you're really investing in the home. Maybe, and of course, knowing that your home is an investment, for sure. Okay. So it could be that you're a Leo sun with a Virgo moon and or rising, or vice versa, whatever it is. You're a Virgo sun with a Leo moon and or rising, okay? But the actions that are needed is to, Chocolate was talking right now, is to really try to simplify, they're saying, your life. Simplifying your life and not making it so difficult. In terms of how you earn it and how much time that, like, you're burning the midnight oil, you know, are you spinning your wheels, Virgo? I felt that. Yeah. Okay. Libra. Libra. So, we're not self-sabotaging any longer. Now, you're also one other sign who doesn't have any pentacles here, because everything that revolves around a relationship is at the forefront of your thoughts. How do we present ourselves in front of another in order to keep the peace? The calming words, the effects of truth, is a byproduct of how it's presented. You've released yourself from the negative thinking. You've released yourself from not seeing things, perhaps. You are very clear about how you see things, but maybe someone else isn't or hasn't been. Okay, Chocolate, that's enough. I don't know what he's saying. See, Chocolate's trying to say something, but I don't understand what he's trying to say. That could be an issue, right? Maybe the way that you're speaking to another here, you're thinking truly, you know, long and hard about, okay, so if I say it this way, if I present it this way, I want to ensure that what I say to someone isn't going to hurt them, and or vice versa. Maybe you're a little worried about how someone's going to perceive what it is that you have to say. Someone's guarded. They're guarded too. All right, if someone needs a mental break, a mental health day, take it. It could be the masculine. It's all about the connectivity of how one sees the other. How we talk to each other, how we communicate, how we compromise, how we resolve. That's what this is all about. And how is it going to work out? If you give someone some time to chill and let them be in their thoughts, you or the other, right? Then it is best sometimes not to, speak without thinking of not only the repercussions, but, what you have to say and how you say it. It's not, for some, it's not only what you have to say, but how you're presenting it and how you're saying it. To achieve the maximum results, take a minute. Maybe for some, honestly, for some of us Librans, in Libra moons, right? We have sabotaged because sometimes we haven't gained all maybe the information that we needed. We didn't look deep into the research of what we're needing to look into in order to speak up and or speak out, right? Or compromise. Where is it that we're needing to compromise here, right? All right, let me get a card here for Libras. Okay. All right, we got 2 cards. Look at that. Oh my God. Some of you are dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, also moon sign or sun sign. All right, so this is all about, wow, I really love this person. I really know this person to be my soul counterpart, right? This is you on over here, and this is them over here. You both are bound by spirit, no doubt. You are bound by spirit, but there needs to be a discussion. There needs to be a compromise about how we move forward, about what it is that we need, how we say it, how we think it, how we compromise. Again, it's very much about communicating with the other, and not necessarily someone here whom sometimes can be just really quick-witted. You're quick-witted, of course. All air signs are quick-witted. Or if you have air in your chart a lot, it's a very quick wit, but an Aries, Leo, Sag could be quick-witted, sarcastic. So it's all about how we're thinking, how we're speaking, how we communicate, and how we compromise. Okay? But the connection, come on, Libras, the connection's real. And it's funny because it's like, all right, Spirit, I didn't expect to see that. Funny how Spirit, right, just that's how Spirit surprises us. Okay. Maybe there's an element, you guys, of surprise that you have coming. You'll see. All right. Chocolate's like doing circles around me, so that has something. Someone doesn't want to do circles around another. So you want to make sure, Libra, that you and your person are on the same mental, all mental. Right? Not anguish, just how we think and how we talk to each other is with great respect and admiration. And we have self-sabotaged in the past, so just saying. All right, Scorpios. Scorpio. All right, so yeah, Scorpios, we need to find what it is that's most important, which is what's in your heart. Most importantly, the balancing of the yin and yang, right? In a relationship, in a home situation, about a home. Like, are we at a page and we want to be at a king or queen status, Scorpio, and you're like, all right, how am I going to balance my financial responsibilities here. Can I balance them? Is it just using your intuition, using your skill set, and following this pentacle is going to lead you to great happiness. Buying a home, selling a home. Scorpio, even if you're not doing that, it's all about the transitioning into and balancing, right, your responsibilities and another's. It's like, okay, half and half. It's a compromise, right? Let's talk about how we're going to compromise, work with family, work with financial responsibilities, as well as not just yours, but that of those of others, right? It's all about compromising, the yin and yang. If there's a legal issue about property and property value, that's coming up, right? What does this page tell us? Is it more or less going to work out? Look at this. So we have a Capricorn, Taurus Cap, Virgo, that has really, and this could be it's a family member. It could be a youthful family member who's really hurt you, and they're not looking at balancing anything because they're reversed and they're hurt by what you've said, how you've said it. You know, maybe there's a legal issue here that someone's really been hurt by, right? And now they're trying to heal. We have the hawk, who is the highest flying, second highest flying bird in the species, but this is our higher consciousness. Someone may not be following their path of, let's look at what's adding value in your life and the life of those that you love. Someone is not seeing that because they're still reeling in the painful things that were said, done, and otherwise. So be mindful of a youthful person who someone's like, hey, listen, I'll give you what I got. And they're like, they're not even wanting to deal because they're still trying to heal their wounds from what happened. So this is a financial issue in the family, within the family dynamic. It's a daughter, it's a son, it's a children, it's child support, it's property, it's what is owed and what is given and what will be given, right? It's the court system. Okay, so maybe someone just doesn't want to have any conversations until the courts come out with the verdict or something of that nature, okay? But how someone spoke truly hurt someone's feelings. Okay, so that's really a very huge, important part of what's happening here. With this, I have my heart in my hand. Scorpio, lead with your heart. Okay. And not the mental anguish that you and or another has been through. Or both. Okay. Saggies. Sag. Okay, so Saggies, it's like, okay, I'm coming and going, I'm going here, I'm going there, I'm traveling, you know, and what is the most important part of my excursions is money. Like, I'm trying to juggle, like, I'm working and I'm spending because I'm leaving, I'm going somewhere, I may be going somewhere far away at a distant, you know, from cool climate to warm climate and vice versa. But the issue is maybe for some, where will I land? Because right now, emotionally, it's up for grabs. Like, I'm going, like, what do I wear? I'm going to a warm place and a cool place. There's going to be some flexibility in like where you're headed, right? It's like, well, you know, it's sunny some days and it rains others. Sorry, I'm messing with my hair. Some of you are getting those, right? Those bangs that are happening now. All right, I don't know where that came from, but someone may be cutting their hair to have bangs, because that is something that's, you know, going on right now. Maybe it's, I don't know. It's the new style of the season. All right, so anyway, stop, Athena. So that's what you're saying. Stop. Stop worrying. Stop caring about how so much it's going to pan out, but it is. It's going to pan out just fine, but you're worried. So my thoughts is, oh my God, what do I wear? I have to bring something for warm climate and cool climate, right? As an example, my daughter's going to Paris and London. Here's the perfect example of what do I wear? I need more clothes. I need to buy more clothes. I need to buy the right shoes, etc., right? For others, it's just about where do I want to land in terms of, do I prefer living in a warmer climate or a cool climate? And how is your emotional climate here? Are we balancing out, right? What held you back in the past was this confusing part of just let go. Let go of, you know, how it's all going to pan out. Is it so much a controlling factor? Like, I have been playing with my hair the whole time in your read. And why is that? Because Spirit's saying stop. So for you, it's like, stop worrying. Stop being emotionally overwhelmed by either what you're going to look like, the external or the internal of, am I going to have a good time? Some of you are like, I don't even know if I want to go on this thing. I don't even know if I want to do this, or if I don't want to. I've been there, done that for some of you. I feel like because the rainbow here is juggling the actions of your own selves, it's the juggling comes in between it is the rainbow. So what are you worried about, right? Okay. Sag. Money. Of course. We did talk about that. It's like, do I have enough to go on this trip? Do I have enough that if maybe someone else is going on the trip with you, who's paying for what? How's it all going to go down? Some of you feel like your head's going in circles because it is all about, you know, how much am I going to need to take with me? Do you understand? So yours is all about, it's like that hamster wheel, like worry, worry, worry. Just let go and enjoy where you're headed. There's a lot of, even these crows, by the way, there's 6 crows here. That's balance, 3 and 3. So let Spirit show you the peace. Have peace of mind. Spirit saying, go toward your peaceful place. Sometimes the clouds, after the clouds lift, then we can see where we're headed and why we had to worry so much about the internal has to meet the external. This is internal and external, right? Some of you are using your savings in order to enjoy yourselves, and you're freaking out because you're like, well, now I'm delving in my savings account. Some of you are holding money tightly, and you're going to, like, if you are traveling, or if you're going somewhere, or you're moving, or what have you, you're going to be really cognizant of that 6 of Pentacles, 4 and 2. It's all about the balancing of your money. So would you do me a favor, Saggies? Go and have fun. Seriously. Don't sabotage your time, right? Just because you're worried so much about, you know, there are people that go on vacations and they budget, right? There's nothing wrong with budgeting, but also you can have the same good time, right? Some of you are cutting your hair or changing your hair and you're worried that, like, I don't want to spend any extra money because I know I need it. I need a haircut, or I need a change, or I want to do something with my hair. And, you know, it's like, I don't want to go overboard and spend on clothes and or whatever, right? But you will. You will. And you should. Because you have to know that you come first. And that's what people don't realize. You set the bar. You set the tone of where it is that is most important in your life and where you're going to put that money, where you're going to put the energy of time into places, people, and things. It's very important that you stay on point and become the best version of yourself. Capricorn. Capricorn. Finding your way. No longer being, I don't know why I'm saying slighted by what others think. I think this is Capricorn. This is your children finding their way. Your children knowing that they're spiritually being guided. Their belief systems are being shown to them. If it's religion and or spiritual, it's all encompassing. Someone feels very good about, okay, confirmation. Is it time? I don't know if that's a time for confirmation. Some of your kids there's a confirmation, being confirmed in the church, what have you. Maybe there's two kids here and one is like, no way, and the other's like, okay. No way and okay. Capricorn, it could just be in general two kids. One is an air sign and the other's an earth sign, and, you know, they're not right now seeing eye to eye. They're not talking. They don't want to deal with one another. And, you know, the earth sign is taking the high road, and that could be you as well, right? This is Taurus here. So it could be a Taurus child. And or, well, Taurus, but Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, right? Someone also could be acting out immaturely. And the wise one is showing the way forward. Let's get a card for Capricorns on this. Capricorn, let's see what's happening. I had to move these cards because Chocolate's laying down. Look at that. Okay, so there's great happiness here. The first thing I thought of is this is great happiness that your kids, or at least one of your kids, are interested in in knowing more about your spiritual path, your belief systems. One child is really pouring a lot of love into learning, into growing, into knowing. I love that. Also, some of you, maybe the other child, I don't know, is pouring themselves a drink. Maybe drinking too much. Maybe someone's drinking too much. Maybe Spirit says, let's get hold of what's happening here. This is also emotional contentment. Someone has risen, not in death, in consciousness. Someone has learned, attained, and has ascended to a higher consciousness of whatever it is. Earth plane is 3D. You could be in 4D now, where you are really thinking and giving your heart to others, even 5D. your energy, Capricorn, and or that of your children are really putting forth good energy out into the world. You know, I do hear some of your kids are wanting to follow in your footsteps, right? Spirits guiding without question these two. These two, totally different, but very connected. Maybe someone didn't want to talk and now they're talking. Maybe someone didn't want to go back to school and now they are going. Maybe they're taking a summer class and or wanting to go back to school to get a degree. Some of you are doing that, and it's a degree. Maybe it's spiritually driven, it's metaphysics, it's whatever. Some of you are deciding to do that, or your kids are. It's beautiful. Really like that, Capricorn. So the pouring of the drink is drinking in spiritual ascension of higher consciousness or drinking wine. And which one raises our vibration? You know, drinking too much of anything or doing anything of any kind affects the body, lowers the vibration of one's soul, so to speak. And going much higher up the ladder in terms of working on yourself and your spiritual higher consciousness is could be, and maybe showing your kids that can affect them. Just FYI. Kids need to know that when, and even adults, sorry, I'm not even going to just say that kids, but kids need to know, but also adults need to know, like, how much is too much? Where do we cross that line of now you're ingesting some toxins into your body and it's not good, and your vibration will, instead of ascending, will not. It will remain the same, and then even to the point where it gets to a lower vibration of where the portals of poison enter in. So for some reason, I'm saying that for a reason. How's that? Okay. Aquarius. Aquarius. So when in doubt, do nothing. Just follow Spirit's lead. You're being led. When in doubt, drop all of those negative thoughts and open yourself up more to the place that really sets the tone for a new life, and that is being on path spiritually, which we all are, whether you agree or not, makes no difference. We came here for a reason, all of us. And I love that what may have been setting the tone for you, Aquarians, were the negative thoughts of yourself or others that were, it was imparting some like questions within you, like, okay, is that for real? Are they really saying, did someone really say that, or did someone really do that? And now you're taking yourself out of the equation. This could be for Aquarian moons as well, where we don't see eye to eye. I'm going to use my intuition going forward, and so should you. Knowing, for some of you, you're not sure about what kind of car you want to buy. Maybe you're investing in a car, and it's a different make and or model that you've had, and you're not sure if you believe what you, like everything, you don't believe everything you hear about the car or about the value. You know the value of the car, goes down in value once you take it off the lot. So it depreciates. So that's what I was trying to say. it depreciates in value. So you don't want to get a car that you're not going to be familiar with, or maybe you need to inquire more about it if you're in question of a vehicle. Always know that when you're following your path, the path that you're on spiritually, your questions fade, and or Aquarius, questions change and fade when we're on path. We don't necessarily question what others and how others think, and judging us, thinking what they're thinking, so much as we release that and we go more into a vibe of, well, what is my inner compass saying? I have no chains that bind here. No, there are no reins guiding us on path. We allow then for our intuition to guide us. Everything about this is letting go. Okay? And letting whatever happen, right? There you have it. So going forward, right, we need to tend to our own garden, they're saying. That could be literal or figurative. We need to take this wand and use it only for purposes of letting go. Use your intuition. Use your intuition. Use your inner navigation system in order to. And also be mindful of competing and or constantly worrying about what others think. Just focus on self. And most importantly, your inner self. Because when I turn this around, it is Phoenix, Sacred Phoenix rising. And that's what we have here. So make sure that what you're working on, it's all about your base chakra. It's all about, this is instant gratification. So this could be the dynamic of, is it you? Like here's masculine and feminine. Here's masculine and feminine. Are you in this, still in this thought process of, I want it now, I have to have it now, etc.? That's ego, right? You're dropping that, are you? And the feminine is all about, right? Let it go and let God. Got it? So when we merge all of your masculine with your feminine, you do know that this is reversed, and these two, being your internal guidance, is going to lead the way. Someone may also be in the desert. Something about the desert. Maybe you're headed for the desert. Some of you may be going on a trip to Arizona. Maybe wherever there's a spiritual connection, a connect. You know, that could even be like, I don't know, Israel, Jerusalem. Someone's definitely also headed to a spiritual retreat or something like that. I think it's a grand idea. Go for it if you were questioning it. We just guide and advise. We don't tell you what to do. Okay, let's go. And Pisces. Pisces. Pisces, look at this. Pisces, you're smack dab in the middle of what? What do I do? Where do I go? How do I show up? Do you show up being balanced emotionally and being grounded financially and or you owning your own power. I think it's really just a matter of balancing your external with your internal. External, internal, right? Do I show up as a grounded queen who knows her emotional navigation system is all about how I show up in the world, right? For sure. The columns, there's columns in both of these cards that are intricate. So some of you are spending money in your homes, making it more aesthetically beautiful. Some of you have or are purchasing little doggies or want little doggies or have little doggies. You're using your intuition when it comes to moving forward in your financial sector, what it is that you're, where it is that you're maybe investing, putting a portfolio together. Maybe you're inquiring with, you know, in legalities or a a financial investment person putting your money into good investments, which is beautiful. You're allowing someone to do that, taking maybe money out of savings in order to balance, the scales of your financial prosperity. You're grounded. I mean, this is beautiful, Pisces. Really beautiful. Some of you just came into some money. It's beautiful. And then we have what's holding you back is, what? Is it the elements of actions of others or your own self? Are you acting impulsively, or are others acting impulsively, or are others acting out in general? So here's the balance of the yin and the yang, right? We have yang here, which is the masculine, and when we have the yin here, which is the feminine, and the balance is that when we're uncertain, okay, when you don't know what to do, do nothing. We know that, right, Pisces? And when you have external people who are, what? Are they challenging you? Are they jealous? Are they, imposing some kind of a threat? Or maybe they're fighting over, like, the inheritance. Maybe people are fighting over inheritance. You're dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, potentially, or a Libra. Is it a competitive issue, or is it just an internal struggle to keep it all balanced? Okay? I feel that staying in your own lane is a good suggestion. Just saying. All right. Let's get a beautiful karma card for the collective. All right. Let's see what's happening. Spirit. I mean, the majority of these cards, about all the cards today, was about our financial sector and what we see. Look at that. Our vision, Aquarius. What is your vision? Is your vision being used as is your vision of who you are and what you represent, right? Is that part of your differences, like the idiosyncrasies of who you represent? What you show up and how you show up and how you show to yourself, your ID, right? Your identity to the world. Is your vision the same as the vision that is maybe seen? Is your vision unconventional and different versus what others see in you? That was hard for me to pull out, but we did it. Are you discovering yourself as coming out of that maybe fixated thought process of what and how you see yourself as. Are you experimenting with like, you know, changing your mindset, changing, you know, changing how you perceive yourself is right now really important. Expand your vision of the way that you see yourself, and it will expand those that see you in the same light. Discoveries of who you are, how you show up, and the eccentricities being the most important, instead of fixated on what everyone thinks maybe that you look like and act, right? There's a genius in expanding your vision. Okay. And expand your vision. Okay, before we stop, they said expanding your vision also not only of your identity, but those of others. Do you see that? Do you accept it and allow it? Okay. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. I'll see you soon.